Behold, people.
Whoa, that was awesome.
Throw me in the deep end. My name is Richard. I do shit on the internet and talk about other shit. Sometimes with secular, sometimes with AJ, sometimes all on my little old lonesome. And I'm very excited because there's some really, really cool people on this stream tonight. And although I can't watch it live because I'm 5,000 miles away and in the future. So I do have to go to bed shortly. However, I wasn't going to miss this, and I will be watching it after the fact.
Hi, everybody. I'm Glenda Jordan. You may have seen me on various YouTube things. I am a volunteer for the greatest org of all time, Recovering from Religion. I am an online moderator for them. I also just started leading a support group in the Las Vegas area, which is where I live and work as a model, artist, and entertainer. And I was joking, if you hear me coughing, I am not sick. I had a show last night, and while I was performing, I took a nice big inhale and almost choked on my own spit. So I coughed. It was very, very, very sexy and appealing. It's also on brand for me. So that that is why if you hear me cough, that's that. My screen name, Calliope Hoop. That's Calliope is like my performer name, whatever. I don't really, it's fine. That's across all social media. So it's on Instagram. It's on it's on my Twitch. Not that I've streamed in a while, but that's it. If you want to find me, that's where I am. I do give lectures at conferences. I'm speaking at NanoCon again this year. I'm very, very, very excited. We're going to tackle some heavy stuff, and that's where you can find me. It's just
I'm big now, so I guess I'm supposed to talk, which is good because I don't ever shut up. So I'm Secular Rarity online. I've been on a bunch of different shows over the years. I hang out on the Atheist Experience a bunch. I am super involved in a bunch of local nonprofits here in Nashville, which is really great. We founded one at the end of 2024 called Secularizing US. We work with a bunch of awesome groups in the area. There are 2 chapters of Recovering from Religion in our area that we promote and we try to get people out to. They are some wonderful, wonderful people. Kelly and Lux are amazing people, and they've been doing that for a long time. It's a horrible system that we have. You know, I think it's like half of Americans right now, a major medical issue through no fault of their own. You know, it's not like Helen was like juggling dynamite, you know, like if she was doing that, I mean, it's still like not her fault, but like, you know, she should still be allowed to, you know, experiment with dynamite juggling if she wants. But like the fact that any one of us could just be completely wiped out, you know, financially from something like this is just terrifying. You know, it only gets better from here, and that's not even possible because Richard, Glenda, and I literally are the top of the top. So, but somehow it does. It gets better. So
somehow we made the cut.
That's actually true.
I'm AJ from Ways to Human. That is my regular channel where I post science-y sort of content. But I'm also on Java and Jugs every Monday morning on the DAM network. And sometimes I try to join Ember's, I think it's called Learning Live now, but it used to be called Hot Topics. Then I'm also on Skeptic Haven. I'll be on this Sunday, actually. And I was on last Sunday. And the last Sunday before that, I've been on a lot. Skeptic Haven. I don't know why. It's like I was just like a lost puppy. And they were like, hey, come over here. This is your house now. Anyway, so next thing I know, we're starting a whole new show, which comes on next Thursday, and it's going to be called Critical Call. And we're going to try to take calls about sciencey stuff. And the very first episode is going to be with Seth Andrews. And it's a fundraiser also, because I'm doing a fundraiser for St. Patrick's. And then after we raise money, I'm going to shave my head. We are here today to do the socialism, to be socialists.
See, is the means of production
We have to this other person that needs it so she can feel supported. So go ahead, go do the socialism for us.
If anyone donates $300, Secular Rarity will shut up for 5 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be really hard. I'll have to be on mute or find a gag or something. But yeah, I mean, okay. And I want to let you guys know about something that's existed in this country for a really, really long time. It is private membership networks that go to insurance companies with their group, and they get great health care for a cheap price. Now, how do they do this, right? Well, they have organizations like AAA, right? Most of us get it through our businesses, right? Our employers of some kind. Did you know that there are churches that do this?
I did not.
Churches can get healthcare for their members. And there are 1,000 different ways that they can do this. One of the ways is by actually structuring an insurance company, right? And then allowing their members to join into that, right? And become a class and then go, petition the insurances like everybody else. That's what our healthcare, that's what our employers do, right? If we do something similar, maybe we could have healthcare for our people, right? I mean, why couldn't we as the humanists? Why couldn't we as atheists? Why couldn't we get all of these other things? Yes, I see Deviant Outcast said AAA, isn't that like roadside assistance? Yes, it is. But by being a member, you can then get insurance through them in a couple of different ways. You can do the same thing with AARP. There's a bunch of different organizations that do this, guys. What if we did this? What if we did this as atheists? What if we could do something like that and create an actual fund?
You're nicer than me. I just want to burn the whole system down. Sorry.
Hey, I'm not saying yes or no to that.
It was guillotines and pitchforks time, like 30 fucking years ago. That's where I'm at with the American healthcare system. I'm not like the biggest fan of South Park. Like I appreciate some of the things they do. It's just not my personal cup of tea. But I did watch the clip, and because I think Dr. Ben and Andres, who's another amazing content creator, shared it, and it was just like I didn't even I was laughing, but I didn't even really I just wanted to cry instead. And it was the song. It's Navigating the American Healthcare System song.
Yes.
Navigating the American Healthcare System. It's like, why is this?
That's at least worth a minute or two, right? I think that's at least worth 666. That's at least worth like a minute of me shutting up. So
Richard,
Yes.
what is the system? What system do we need to take to take over this shit American healthcare?
It's very difficult because we have people in this country who are trying to move more towards an American system. Rich people with influence and who want to get poor people to suffer more. And we complain a lot about. Last time I was in A&E, I was there for 8 hours. It took me 8 hours to be seen. And there were a lot of other people there, and there were a lot of people complaining about the amount of time it takes to get seen. No one had to pay. None of us had to pay for it. We went in and there's people go in with all sorts of ailments. We go in, we get broken bones, we get hips changed, we get major surgery, and it costs nothing. It costs us nothing other than what we're paying tax, which is very little comparatively. It's easy. It can be done. It really, really can be done. And the fact that I don't want to disclose what Ellen's bills were because I don't know if she wants other people to know. But I saw that earlier, and I was just knocked out by the medical bill she got for one hospital visit. That to me is insane. It really, really is. How people can rally against free healthcare in America, and I know they do, but how people can rally against free healthcare blows my mind. It should be the most basic, fundamental human right to be able to remain healthy.
It's that specific, the rallying against free healthcare, you understanding that as a result of of millions, billions of dollars of successful propaganda over decades that starts from infancy. Like just I mean, like, I'm not saying like, oh, let's excuse this behavior, but just to give everyone a break and context for like how we got here. You have to understand that like think tanks and billions of dollars of advertising and work has been like the propaganda campaign for American culture to swallow this as just how we accept the system and how it's supposed to work has been so effective and gone on for so long that we're in the situation that we are now. We got to see, I'm not going to really bring it up, but we got to see cracks of that for an incident that happened with a thing that happened in the street with a certain Mario character. You know, if you, I don't want to demonetize anything, but there was a thing that kind of united the American culture of like, I don't blame this person for doing this at all, but it's that this propaganda system has been very, very, very effective over decades of time, because we're told, Richard, that like, yeah, this may be a little tedious, but if you go to these other countries, you don't get healthcare at all.
Right.
It takes years and years and years to see a doctor, and the healthcare is terrible, and you won't get seen to, and all that stuff. And now we know, obviously, having friends across the pond, that's not true. But yes, it's been a very effective propaganda.
Yes, absolutely. And you're right. It has been decades and decades long, and it has been backed by these very large corporate, sponsors and so forth. And the overlap with the purity culture and Christian nationalism and these other types of, ideologies is so evident. And if you are ever wondering why there is a bunch of non-religious people that are talking about healthcare, it is because of that overlap. So much of this why we shouldn't have healthcare for all type thing comes from this mentality of, if you're sick, it's your fault. You did something wrong. You're broken in some way. If only you'd have believed in God more or donated to your fucking church at the corner, then you wouldn't have cancer. It's like, what is this disgusting, viewpoint? So it's absolutely smack dab in the middle of everything we all care about here.
So medical stuff as an American, as you know, it's like a hell I don't think I would wish on my worst enemy, dealing with insurance companies. And I have personally gone through this experience, and I was able to get sterilized a couple years ago. Thank the flying spaghetti monster, I got approved, and I was able to go forward to that procedure. But then afterwards, of course, I got oh, by the way, you owe us some money from this that we said was covered. It's not covered. And as a working class queer woman, that could be really difficult to come up.
Canadian money, not just
Canadian
any money.
It's even better. Much more colorful. Honestly, this isn't the point exactly, but like the United States really does need to like up its money game. Every other country in the world basically shames us on a regular basis with their money. And we were like, we had this idea a few years ago. We're like, I mean, maybe we could put like Harriet Tubman on something. And then I don't even know if we did that. Like, did that happen? Did we do that? Or did we just said, fuck it, we'll just keep it the way it is? I don't know.
Is Donald Trump on any of your money?
Not yet, but I'm worried.
I was going to say it could have come in very handy if you run out of toilet paper, but
yeah. I think you technically have to be dead, but we know how he is with laws. So. And there's even more really, really cool people that are going to be on here soon. So please keep them coming.
Or in the case of myself, just cool people to come.
Yeah.
I'm not cool.
Look
at the way I'm dressed. I'm not cool. I'm just old.
I was gonna say, I feel like you are stereotypically English. Like it was like, and the thing that cracks me up though is that like I feel like that's just like your normal bedtime attire. Like you're just ready to go.
I've just missed the flat cap off.
Like, yeah, he didn't have to say a word.